Hey everybody, it's Anjanette from AJ's Personal Touch. How you doing? Welcome back to my subscribers and welcome into anybody who's new. This is Monday the 23rd of January. It's 1:23:23. I'm cold. I just made myself some cinnamon sugar cookie coffee. I believe it's by Green Mountain. And my husband got us some sugar-free cinnamon roll creamer, so it's pretty good. It's not like mega sweet, so it's really nice. I digress. I'm just on here to chat with you guys right now. I'm still sick, unfortunately. Just got back from the doctor's office a little bit ago, and he ran blood work. He did an EKG on my heart, which came back fine. There was nothing wrong with my heart. I didn't think there was. I didn't think I needed the EKG, but him and my husband wanted to make sure. Um, I did a chest x-ray because I've been having pain. Started over here, but it felt like it was behind my heart to me. And now I'm having some down here. So he's thinking that I may have some fluid in just the bottom portion of my lungs. I'm short of breath more often. I've actually used my inhaler a couple times, which I hardly ever use. And yeah, I'm just feeling pretty nasty. Excuse me here. I just had a couple peanuts. Now I have to chew. Truly is when it rains it pours, because I have a tooth on this side. I was eating my protein bar. At first I thought I wasn't eating anything and it came out on its own, but I just remembered I was eating a protein bar this morning and it really wasn't on this side. It was more on this side, and a piece of my tooth fell out. And for a minute I thought maybe it was just something hard that got put in the protein bar, but it's a soft protein bar. So I was like, I eat Quest protein bars. I mean, they're not the softest. They used to be hard, and you'd have to put them in the microwave to soften them up. Now you can put them in the microwave, but it like enhances the taste, and you don't taste that little bit of protein taste that you can taste in the Quest bars sometimes. It really makes their lemon cake ones taste like lemon cake when you warm it up. It's really good. So anyway, I was eating one of those when something fell out. I was getting ready to get in the shower this morning to get ready for my doctor's appointment, and something fell out, and now it hurts. I've been worrying my tooth with my tongue since, because it hurts really bad, and I've been using Ambisol, and unfortunately they have an opening at the dentist on Wednesday, but I can't go in until I'm feeling better, or at least until we know what's wrong with me and that I'm for sure not contagious, which I've been on antibiotics for a week today, so I know I'm not contagious. My husband is like, well, you don't know that for sure. But the doctor really wasn't concerned about me being contagious. And he's starting me on doxycycline for when I'm done with my Augmentin. And he said the good thing about that is that it will help with my tooth, and so that my tooth doesn't get infected. So that's a good thing. And the warmth is actually helping my tooth. I was afraid that any fluid on it at all would like send me through the roof. And that's fine. It's just pressure on it that's hurting it. So I'm hoping, crossing my fingers, that it's just a cavity and that it doesn't get down too far and that I don't end up having to have a root canal. Because it's next to my tooth that I've lost half of it in front, which I know you guys can tell when I smile, like right here, you can see it. And we need to build that one back up. And that one was built up and it broke like that again after COVID hit. And I haven't been able to really go back to the dentist with all of my other stuff going on. I haven't had time. And I've been using this really, really good toothpaste. Um, I've talked to you guys a couple times about some of the like skin stuff that I use and my shampoo stuff from this lady who makes her own. She's a chemist and I love her dearly. I love her stuff. Um, the first thing I ever tried was a cream. It's called Reveal, which does like 8 things in one for a face cream, but it also helps with scarring and all of that. And I've talked about it before, so I'm not going to really get into the Reveal. But she has toothpaste, which has, what did she call it? Diatomaceous clay in it, something like that. But when you use this, it feels like you've been at the dentist, that you've had a cleaning on your teeth without having the pain from a cleaning, from the flossing and all of that. And it has helped my gums because I have the start of, unfortunately, I've had for a couple years because of my HIV, well, over 10, almost 20 years now, the start of gingivitis and gum disease. And that's all because when you're HIV positive, it makes you older quicker. So things that usually happens to somebody, 10 or 20 years older than what you are, you can end up having those things. Like I had shingles for the first time in my 20s. And normally you don't get shingles until like late 30s, 40s, maybe even 50s. So anyway, sorry, I'm really cold. I keep going between feeling warm to feeling cold. I don't have a fever right now, but I also go back and forth a couple times a day from having one and not, and my ears bothering me now because of that too. Ouch, because of that too. I hit right on it. I need to put some more Ambisol on it. It's not, it's a lot more sensitive now because I don't have Ambisol on it. Anyway, the reason why I came on is because I wanted to chat with you guys. And beware of any noise of the door opening and stuff for when my husband gets home with my medications. I wanted to come on and start taping right away, but I had to get some coffee because, and then I had to use the restroom as well. I had to get more coffee because I was out, and like I said, I've been so cold over the cat. Um, I'm trying to think. I don't really have any crochet to show you, except for I did get the ears for my mice done, and its tail. So I just need to get those sewn on. But my friend that I'm trying to help um, learn how to do amigurumi, that's where she's at too. So I need to wait until her and I can talk and I can help her with that. Um, anyway, what I wanted to talk to you guys about is something new that I thought of that I really, really want to do on my channel. I want to do a couple cals. Um, I know most people, when they think of crochet alongs, they think of, wow, big projects and taking a lot of time. I want to do some smaller cals. Come on, clue up. If you're not going to just sit down, you need to get off my lap. I want to do some smaller cals. And the first one, if I start taking this medication and I feel better by the end of this week, I really, really want to start this one because I wanted to give it 2 weeks time, although it really doesn't need 2 weeks time. But basically, in case somebody's finishing up something else and they don't really have a lot of time, or like me, I mean, I've been so sick, I haven't been able to work on my daughter's blanket. And I was giving myself all of January to do on that, to work with that, and then start something new for February. Well, I'm still working on my daughter's blanket, of course, because I've been sick. But I really, really want to do this crochet along. It is, if you know the designer, Repeat Crafter Me. I'm not going to put up what I want to do yet, just because I'm not sure if I'll be able to do the Valentine one. But again, I think it should only take a couple days. And you don't need a lot of yarn for it. I can't remember exactly how much yarn you do need. Kahlua, stop it. But she came out with it a week ago, I think it was. I've been sick, so it may have been 2 weeks ago. It is a heart, and the bottom of the heart is woven. So you have one hump of the top of the heart for what she made was pink, and the other was red. And then they're made so that they weave in the bottom. So you have an interwoven between the pink and the red in the V part. And it is so cute. But then it's made also so that you can open it up at the top and you can use it like a little basket. It's like really cute. Or like an envelope per se, where you can put in little candies, little things, and give your Valentine. Um, Growing up for me, Valentine's Day was not, my brother and I never looked at Valentine's Day as just the day for, two people who loved each other. Yes, my parents gave each other Valentine cards. And my dad might bring my mom home flowers if he remembered or if he could afford it. Um, but my mom always, she didn't like, they didn't go out to dinner. They didn't do anything huge and big and special for just the two of them. But what my mom always did for my brother and I is that every morning on Valentine's Day when we woke up to go to school, because most Valentine's Day ends up being on a school day, and not the weekend. Every once in a while, I think it may fall on the weekend. But when we get up and get ready to go to school, next to our place, we had an island, and I always sat on one side of the island. My other brother always sat on the other. So, where our places would be to sit and have breakfast or whatever. And if she would like put out breakfast, she'd put out breakfast, with our utensils. And then she would always have something little for Valentine's Day. It wasn't anything big, but it was always something little. So this pouch reminds me of exactly that this might be something that she would actually give us with like, heart candies or the most favorite thing that I ever got from her for Valentine's Day. And I still had it when my daughter was little because my daughter took them for me to use them. Were heart, not barrettes, bobby pins. They're bobby pins with a heart on the end. So when you put them in, there was a heart and it was a little bit shiny and like the inside of the heart, you could see how it all went boom, into the middle. I loved those barrettes. I didn't get to wear them very often because with my hair the way it was, I fell out, but I loved those barrettes. And I would put them up where I could see them. I might, for a while, I think I had them on my cork board where I, put all of my medals and stuff that I won with ISMA. Music competition with school and when I was younger I think I had them in a way so that when I attached them to my jewelry box so that you could see it, I loved them, so I always wanted to look at them. I've always loved hearts. I've always loved Valentine's Day because I love hearts and loving everybody, and I'm a very emotional person, so it was just always one of my favorite holidays. And again, growing up for us, it was you gave your friends a Valentine or whatever. It wasn't just for somebody you loved, it was for the people in your life that you loved, but not just your significant other. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Not just for your main person in your life that you loved, but that you gave a Valentine to everybody. So, like, now everybody says it's, a Hallmark holiday, just, and it's for people to get, the florists and stuff to make a lot of money as far as, roses and stuff. But what I do have to say about that is because I've worked in florist shops ever since I was in high school. One of my first jobs was in a floral shop. Is that the florists do not charge you an arm and a leg for roses on Valentine's Day because they want to. They charge you that because they have to pay that to get roses themselves from the suppliers. So it's not the florist. So everybody always blames the florist, but it is the suppliers. They would love to charge you the regular amount, but they can't because they can't get it for that. So just to let you guys know. I mean, things are different now because you can go to Walmart in different places and get roses that are just as nice as going to a floral shop, as long as you want to arrange them yourself. And I don't mind doing that. I mean, of course, I watched a lot of different arrangements being made, in the floral shop. My only issue is that I wish that my husband, when he brings home roses, would do like he did before and hand them to me in the package. Now he always wants to get the vase and he cuts the bottoms himself and he presents them in the vase and he cuts them, but he doesn't cut them the right way. So I always end up with the bobbing heads earlier than I would than if I would cut them. Because for those of you who don't know, you're supposed to cut them at an angle, but besides cutting them at an angle, you're supposed to cut them under running water. So that the water can go in as you're cutting them and they don't get a sudden like of no water of being dehydrated. Anyway, I'm digressing. That's what the first cow that I wanted to do. I have 3 other cows picked out after that. One of them wouldn't need to be done right away. It could be done later, and especially like maybe before Christmas, especially for somebody who has a smaller child or somebody to make for. But it is also another pattern by Repeat Crafter Me, and it is a large amigurumi. And it's either you can make a dog or a cat, and they're basically made the same way except for the ears and the tails. And I think that's it. The ears and the tails are the only two. Oh, and putting whiskers on the cat. You wouldn't put the whiskers on a dog. So, and it's large, like teddy bear size, so that a beginner, anybody who's never made amigurumi before, would have a chance of being able to make it and make a really nice looking one because it's larger and it's made to be easy. So, I would like to do that. And then after we're done with the heart, I would like to do another cow like later in February, start it, or maybe even March, of a market bag. I have 2 different market bags I want to do. So that's the next 2. Um, one, of course, would be done first, and then the other one would be later. One of them would be a little bit more meshy one that's more for produce, and then the other one is one. Actually, the one that we found can be used for produce or regular groceries. Um, Normally, you can tell that one is for regular groceries and one is just for produce, but there's one that we found that can be used for both. And I believe both of them that we found have bottoms on there, so they're not just like some of the market bags. You build them from bottom up, but they're in the round from the bottom up, and they just have like a regular drawstring bag that is just like the 2 things put together at the bottom. So when you put stuff in it at the top, it opens it up like that, but it doesn't actually have a bottom. but the ones that we found have bottoms, where you make the bottom and then you start going up from the bottom. And they are easy. Um, I wanted to make sure that everything that I do is like at a beginner level. So if I have beginner crocheters watching, that they can make them too. And plus, I want to know what you guys think. Let me know what you would, like. Would you rather have something at more of an intermediate level? I found another one last night that's in the running, actually, that's made out of squares, and it's gorgeous. And it could actually be used as a project bag or a market type bag. So these are some of the things that I'm thinking of for the channel. Let me know, please let me know down below if you would be interested in a crochet along, especially a very easy, one that's not going to take more than a week or two at the most to do. Um, and then also something else that I just started with my group on Facebook is I started a chat. So if you've joined the group, you don't have to come into the virtual chat where we get on, and or the video chat. That's not virtual, video chat. But I actually started a chat in Messenger. So if you have questions, if you just want to say hi, how are you guys doing? How's your day? I'm posting like motivational type stuff and things in there as well. And if it's received well, then I want to start another chat that is specifically for questions. So if you have a question on something that you're making and you are stumped, you don't know how to do the stitch, um, you're making a blanket, you're not sure what kind of border to put around it, whatever question you may have, about weights of yarn, or you have worsted weight, you want to make something that you're supposed to have a bulky weight for, and how do you do that? Do you need 2 strands, 3 strands, or whatever of the bulky weight? Questions like that, and then anybody can answer, unless you specifically are asking a question of a specific person, and then ask it of that person, put their name in it, and then wait for them to respond. But if it's just a general question that you put in there, anybody can jump in and answer. So that's the next chat that I would like to create for the group. And if this is something that you would be interested in, it's not something that I have seen from other crochet groups yet on Facebook. I haven't seen where they've taken advantage of the chat option. So it's something that I wanted to do because I love having my community tab here on YouTube. But the only thing that I don't like about the community tab is that you guys can't start something on there. And I didn't realize that, because sometimes you may want to ask a question or something of a specific um, channel and somebody that you watch. And it may be something that would be more for the community page and not actually, at something to put on a video. And you don't want to send out an email or something like that. Um, when way back when Robin, roaming with Rover, was doing a live with me, and then poof, she was gone, and she had broke down, and she had a live for her own channel scheduled the next day, and she had asked me if I'd go into the community chat and let everybody know that there was no way she was going to be able to do that live because they weren't going to be able to take care of the situation that was going on within that time. um that was the first time that I learned that you have to be the only person who can make an actual chat content, regular first part of a chat on the community tab, is the person who owns that channel. and you can comment on it if they allow, everybody to comment. They can also, make it so that nobody can comment on them, or only certain people can comment. Um, but unless you are that content creator and it's there on their channel, you can't actually put a post up. That's the word I was looking for. As you guys can tell, I'm still sick because I am grasping at what I'm trying to say so badly tonight. Um, so I ended up having to put a comment on, I think she had posted that she was going to go live that day. So I put it on as a comment on that post. So a lot of people didn't see it and they still, showed up for her chat. So to me, that is something that is missing from the community tab. I understand why they have it the way that it is, because it's all channel driven. It's all the person who owns, the channel. They're the one who's, posting, and it's all, that's how they want it and that's how they made it. But I do believe that there are, a chat can be a good, useful thing for different groups. And, you can go into the group and put a post in the group, but sometimes when you're out and about and all you want to do is post something quickly, using a regular messenger is just easier. So that's why I went ahead and opened one. It's just a regular general chat right now from AJ's Personal Touch, from my group, not my page, but my group on Facebook. And like I said, I may go ahead and open up another chat specifically for questions, um, that you guys may have. So please let me know below what you think of this. And if you would like to join my group just to be able to be part of the chats, feel free. It doesn't have to be the video chats when I open them, it can be just the regular chat. A lot of people like to be a part of bigger chat groups and ask questions and, have people who do like things to be able to communicate with. And like I said, not have to go onto the actual group page to be able to talk with everybody. So with that, I'm going to go. My head is starting to swim, and I do still need to call Hirschner's. I need to place an order because I am making a cardigan. A friend of mine and myself were both making the same cardigan, and it is a hand jan cardigan, and it is gorgeous. It's called the Dreamcatcher cardigan, and I actually have most of the yarn that I need, and I only need to order some. But I got, while I've been sick, just this last week, I got a Hirschner's magazine in the mail, and I know because I had cleaned everything up, and so that's the only mail I've gotten is while I've been sick that my husband has put over there, because I had everything else cleaned off of it, and I got a Hirschner's catalog that says free shipping with the $35 order. Well, their shipping is so expensive. It's the one thing that I really don't like about Hirschner's. I mean, if you can get $9.99 shipping from Hobie, that is in Denmark, but yet you have to pay $11.99 or $14.99, from Hirschner's, and it all goes by price and not by what you're purchasing. For the two skeins of yarn that I need to make the sweater to be added to what I already have, I'm going to have to pay $14.99 shipping. And I'm like, that's outrageous. So I decided to go ahead and find, because they've got that new cotton and I wanted to try it, to go ahead and get a $35 order together, since they're offering free shipping with the $35 order, and get a couple things that I need. And because I need a couple colors of acrylic for amigurumi, and they have a sale right now with $1 yarns, And so I could get two different colors, $1 each. I can get the cotton to try it, and then what I need for the cardigan, and then I don't need to make an order with them again, hopefully for the rest of the year, because I am using stuff from my stash. But the thing about their new cotton is it's better for, I think anyway, from how it looks and from what I've seen, it would do better for dish towels and things than the actual 100% cotton because it's an a, acrylic cotton blend. So I wanted to get a couple because I'm supposed to be making dish towels for my friend. So I wanted to get some to make her dish towels with. And yeah, it's just easier if I put a $35 order together because I'm going to be paying almost $35. I would, it was going to be $4 shy of 35, so $31 with the shipping and the tax. So I was like, why not spend four more, why not get yarn that I'm going to need and spend that 35 to get the free shipping? Now, had it only been, you know, like $8.99 or even $9.99 in shipping, and had I been, like $10 away from 35, no, I would have just bought it with the shipping. But since it's within $5, you know, it makes better sense to spend that extra $5 to get free shipping. But the thing is it expired on the 16th, but I didn't get the magazine until after the 16th. So I did call to try and place the order yesterday and got the order department, and they told me to call back today and talk to somebody in customer service. Which, if you didn't know this, Hirschner's customer service is only available Monday through Friday now. It is not available on the weekends anymore. So, and if you need to call them, you can, if you get the catalogs, you can get the phone number off of there because I can't remember. No, it's not them. It's, sorry, it's, Premier that they don't show their phone number anymore, but you can Google it and it'll pop up that way. Because actually, I was gonna buy all the yarn until I realized that I had a size 5 yarn. I just didn't have enough. And it's a color that I would not mind having this made in. Because I found a color that I loved, but they have the wrong color posted at Hirschner's. And so I'm glad I did a comparison about whether I could get it cheaper from Hirschner's or cheaper from Premier. And it turned out to be cheaper to get it from Premier. Then I looked at the colors and it's like, wait a minute, I was going to get their linen color, and on Hirschner's it made it look like it was this beautiful like champagne brown color. I think I talked about this before in a previous video. And on Hirsch or on Premier it looked like off-white. Well, it turns out that the off-white one is the right one. So I was like, well, nix that. I don't want that color. And then I was going to go with another one, but I forgot that my friend sent me Scarfy, and it was in a color that I've been wanting so bad. It's in the yellow pink colorway that they had last year, and I couldn't find it anywhere anymore. And she sent me three, and then it turns out that Hirschner's has some now. So I'm getting a couple from Hirschner's so that I can make it. And so I'm all excited. I can't wait. Because at first I didn't want a yellow cardigan, but then the more I thought about it, I'm like, I love the yarn. It's gorgeous. And when I'm sick and not feeling well, I love to wrap myself up in a nice, big, oversized cardigan. And if it's my favorite color of yellow, that's going to make me feel even better. So, yeah, I'm excited. I can't wait to make it. So, and with that, I've now been on here with you guys for 34 minutes. I am going to get going and I'm going to look at my medicine that just came in, and I will see you guys later. It's been really good hanging out here with you guys, but I am using up all of my energy and I need to go because I do need to call Hirschner. So, love you guys. Remember, you matter no matter what. Remember, there are days that I feel like I don't matter as well, and I have to remind myself that I do. So I'm coming from experience. I know what it feels like to think that you don't matter. You matter. Every last one of you. Just like I matter, you matter. And if you ever need to talk to anybody about anything, send me an email and I will respond to you. I'm here for all of you. You are gorgeous, you're handsome, beautiful. I love every last one of you. Oh, and by the way, my husband told me today was National Winnie the Pooh Day. So happy Winnie the Pooh Day. One of my absolute favorite characters of all time, especially Eeyore. So I will see you guys later. Later.